All right, here we go. This is leg training from Saturday. Again, all my programming is done by Shelby Starnes, as well as my nutrition. So we're doing laying leg curls with our toes pointed. Just gives you a little bit of a different feel. Definitely feel it kind of more right behind the knee. We did 4 sets instead of 12, or sorry, instead of 15, instead of 12, instead of 10, building up in weight each time, and then a 4 set of 8 with a drop set of 20. And these are pretty painful. You'll see as we get going here. I struggle to get all 20 in a row.
Come on, Dave.
You can see me starting to struggle. It's actually pretty hard to keep your toes pointed throughout this entire exercise. You want to much weaker with the toes pointed.
Come on.
Here we've got leg press. Basically what we do is we work up to a really heavy set of 20 reps, and then we do 2 sets to failure after that. So this is the first set. It's 8 plates on each side. Big thing on leg press is to keep your back arched and keep your butt from coming off the bench, because that will put a lot of pressure in your back. Making sure all the motion's coming from your legs and your hips and not your lumbar spine. Trying to push my knees kind of out to the sides when I do this. Feel this a bunch, kind of in my quad sweep and my outer quads, vastus lateralis, and get a pretty good hamstring pump as well after doing all the hamstring curls. And here we go. This is the second set. First set I got 20. What I've basically been trying to do on these each week is just beat my rep number from the previous workout. So I think last week I got 16, and this week I get 17.
Few more, come on.
You can see how painful these are. This is a third set. I think last week I got 14, so my goal was 15. At least I ended up getting 16 reps. We're doing these not super short break periods, but it's kind of you go, I go, you go, I go. So you may get a minute and a half in between each set, but not a whole lot of break. And they really freaking hurt. After this, we had to lay around for a little bit, put our legs up to get some of the blood out of them. So after leg press, you've got a set of 20 on squats with the weight that you would normally do for about 12 to 13. So this is 310, and they are pretty ugly. So it's kind of difficult for me to judge the weight to use after powerlifting and then also after doing the leg press. So this is probably a bit too heavy. My form breaks down pretty bad here as we get going. You see my hips are shooting back. It's hard to keep my back tight. We'd also just done back the day before, so my back was pretty fatigued. What I'll probably do this next time these come around, lower the weight a little bit, be a lot more controlled. Yeah, you can see me leaning over pretty bad there. Also, need to work on my hip and leg mobility a bit because I can't get very deep on these. Part of that being that my legs are pumped full of blood from the other exercises, and the muscles are pretty tight. So I may try doing some stretches in between exercises as well. Well, you'll see me finish these out and look pretty ugly in doing so. All right, so these are split squats. The program calls for split squats in a Smith machine, but we don't have one of those. Previously, I've tried to do them with rack slides, but that just didn't seem to work. This works pretty good. I'm letting my knee go forward a good bit, really trying to flex my quad as I come up. Still feel these in the hips. Big thing I'm trying to do is keep my hips underneath my shoulders. Then we go to the last exercise here. It's stiff leg dumbbell RDLs or stiff leg deadlifts. Again, I don't have the range of motion where I can actually go all the way down to the ground without rounding my back. Just trying to push the hips back, really feel the hamstring stretch, and then squeeze the glutes, squeeze the hamstrings as they come back up. Probably could do a better job of really focusing on squeezing my hamstrings and not just pushing my hips forward. But there you go.